Have the numbers, and most of the soil types are doubling. I just wanted to quickly give you different parts of the county, and these are just samples I just pulled out, just people I knew own property. Washington Township, a farm down there, the CAV is going from $688 an acre to $1,405. One in White Oak, going from $911 to $1,837. And this is one I really like. This one's in Union. Union. And it's going from 956 to 1954.
No.
Yes, it is, and it's my field. Yeah.
Bill Foley owns that.
And then we have one that's over in the better farming part, over right in the edge of Madison Township, right out of Fairfield. It's going from 1,586 to 3,160. So now that gives you an idea, and we have a little spreadsheet that has every soil type on here, and they're all just practically doubling. So it doesn't matter what you're up here to start with or down here, you're doubling. And the price of woodland is going up. The state changed that considerably. So the CAV woodland's jumping. It used to be $100, then went to $230. Well, here's one on the sheet here. If you have Lanchester soil, woodland is going to be $1,270, and before it had been $570. So to give you an idea, it's not just even the farmland; it's also hitting the woodland. So any of you that are dealing with farmers, they can call us. We can tell them what their new rate will be. You know, now that doesn't mean their taxes necessarily will double because of reduction factors and all that. But then also, besides CAV, just quickly wanted to throw out, because some of you have heard this, they talked about on the news, about grain bins. We have taken all the grain bins off for next year. And that's about $3.4 million worth of market value in the county. So that's going to be noticeable in some of the smaller school districts and that kind of thing. So,
CUV means?
Current agricultural use value. Current agricultural use value. And the farm has to be in ag production or in a federal program that would qualify. So, and some federal programs don't qualify. Yes, sir.
The dollar figure you threw out there, is that per acre? Or
Yes, that's what I was saying, per acre. And I just pulled some samples out. Oh, I'm sorry. I just random pulled properties out that were vacant. So now some of these may have woods in it, some of it may have wasteland, but I was just comparing this year to next year. But there are no buildings involved in any of that, because farm buildings and houses didn't really change except a little bit in some certain areas. But it's the farmland that's getting hit. Commercial and industrial properties never change. We don't change it during triennial update, because triennial update is based on sales. And we don't have enough sales of commercial and industrial to justify changing those. So they only get readjusted every 6 years. Whereas residential and agriculture get adjusted every 3 years. So the price of the grain, your sale price, price of fertilizer, price of diesel fuel, big item is interest rates. And back when the farmers had to borrow money and they were paying a higher rate, well, your cost of production was higher, so the rates came down. Well, now that the interest rate has come down, the cost of production has gone down. So, but the problem is, we've got a 2-year gap in there. And then they take the previous 7 years, drop the high one, drop the low one, and average the 5. So we're talking about things that happened 9 years ago. And so that's the thing, we're always kind of behind. You know, farmers have good years, and the CAV's coming down. And then the farmers start having a bad year, well then, these good years are kicking in, and now the price is going up. But there's a board that was set up by, it's actually an amendment to the Ohio Constitution that voters passed back in the 70s. And there's a board that's set up, and there's somebody from the Farm Bureau, and there's somebody from Ag Extension, and they're spelled out who was on the board. Now, not by name, but the position. And they meet and go over all this stuff, and it's information that is provided to them primarily on the production by our ag offices. Now, if you're a farmer and you're not in one of those federal programs and you don't go in and have a corn base, your production doesn't count. It's only the ones that report to the ag office. Livestock doesn't enter into it, price of milk doesn't enter in, corn, soybeans, and hay, or wheat. And then they've added hay again. Had hay in several years ago, we took hay out, now we got hay back.
But that value is what you're basing their taxes off of. And a lot
It doesn't matter
they
what
don't
we have to
understand-
raise that.
A lot do not understand that value. So that price per acre, 100 acres times 1,900, I mean, or
Right.
is that's your, going to be your value you're basing the tax off of, correct?
Like this first one I pulled out here, CAUV, like I say, it went from 688 an acre for, this one is a 64.903 acre tract, and it's gonna go to 1405. Well, that's a humongous difference. However, if you're the farmer, would you sell it for $1,405 an acre? So it's still a pretty good program. I mean, you're still saving a lot of money, but you're gonna be paying way more this year than what you have been. Part of our problem was we had several years where it kept going down. We got clear down to 16% of market value. When the program was started, it was 48%.
Smith Hobart Drive project, and a quick update, we have, I guess, as of noon, open Carytown, out across, and it'll be open through the roundabout. You can go east or west on through the roundabout out to 73. Will not be able to go east toward PAS off of Carytown. We have traffic flipped from going in on Hobart off of 62. It's one lane, one way. So when you exit, if you go to Southern State as an example, in and you exit, you will then go west on Hobart across the new section of road and out to 73. That will be that way for 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks, depending on weather and construction. They're building the south 2 lanes on Hobart. Once they do that, then you'll again go back to 2-way traffic on Hobart in and out on 62 while they build the north lane of Hobart. And the goal is to have, the contractor's goal is to have the project pretty much finished. The only issue may be whether they can get it completed in time for paving of the final surface on the project. If not, then they'll be back next spring to finish that. Toll Road, the goal again is to have that open the end of October, early November. There's a second project that's tied to that, a bridge project at the intersection of Urban and Holiday Road. That hasn't even began. I'm not sure that it will this year. If they can't finish it, I don't want them to take the bridge out, but that sometimes isn't always in my control. But that's those bridge projects. Bridge on Bridges Road, hopefully will be opened mid-October, end of October. They have paved in the base, asphalt base on Bridges Road, and that project will be finished this year. So, and we'll be seeing some other things going on with some striping, guardrail projects. We got about 19 bridges we're upgrading, guardrail one throughout the county. So that's another couple projects that haven't started. It's supposed to start here in the next week or so.